Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are...
And Batistuta! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That pass has been well intercepted. It's Batistuta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Mohamed Salah. Bellingham. Rosicki has created one goal already. He's got away. Rosicki! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then. Victoria really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And here's Batistuta. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rummenigge, a true great in every sense of the word.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Batistuta. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Zanetti. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rijkaard cuts it out. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Ernest. Some really good ball movement. Oh, well measured. Great chance! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Mateus really played that return ball to perfection there.
Big moment! Massive goal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
And that'll be the final action of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances...
He's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
So, third corner of the game. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's heaved it away. Has a look and plays it forward. And the finish! Mateus. Victoria really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. And here's Batistuta. And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's a sharp pass. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Forlan.
There they go, punting again. Victoria may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
He's in a great position here. Bellingham. Now, can they get it back? Mohamed Salah.
Victoria really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, they could be caught out here. And here's Marmouche. Looking to play him in. Oh, important interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Lexington clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And this is shoots! He is desperate to get on the score sheet. But not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Adams is there to clear. Goes for a shot! He should have put that one away.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's an imaginative pass.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood.
Oh no, what has happened here?
There will be 3 minutes added
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rummenigge. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped
And
it.
we're done. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking? Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be...
That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Aubameyang. So really well measured. Good chance here. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he's there to clear it. Victoria are looking to go forward now. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mateus is onto this. Oh, just charge, surely! And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
That was good pressing. Forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Still goalless Hullet. Tries to thread one through. He rises! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Aubameyang. Some really good ball movement. And he shoots! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Hullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. That's really well cleared. And it's Belletti. He's tried one! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Belletti actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
In with the challenge. Aubameyang. Knocks it into space. Mateus. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Aubameyang. Robertson looking to... Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Rummenigge. Holmes beyond the defence. That's been drilled forward. Adams cuts out the pass. Tries to play it through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Can he finish?
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
There's the shot!
Has been indicated.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now that's well seen too. And there's the end of the first half. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Aubameyang, he's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's quick to get it clear again. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rummenigge. Mohamed Salah. Forlan providing an outlet on that flank. That is a brilliant interception. Pele conjures time and space where few can. And it's Belletti. Pullet. Pele. And that is expertly dealt with. Deftly away. Oh, there's a probing ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he finish? You've got to be quick to recover this. Cleared without hesitation. Looking tidy in position. Tries a shot! Oh, another save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
So, third quarter of the game. Oh, what a climb! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Not the most accurate pass. Searching pass he's played there. Adams gets over and intercepts. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Oh, this looks sharp. For a moment, you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Pele. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And here's Pullet. Pele. He's cut it out. Forlan. The key interception. He's hit it long. Pele looks to get on the end of this.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Rijkaard simply refused to be outdone there. And this is Mohamed Salah. That's gone loose.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That has been cut short. Mateus. And this is Forlan. And there goes the final whistle. Exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. What are your thoughts on today's game then? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two
Hello,
sides get ready to
everybody,
lock
and welcome
horns.
to
This
today's
is
match.
football at its finest. The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
How can you overlook a player who has a name like this guy, Xavi Simons? He plays on either wing or as a false nine. He's quick, he's versatile, he's hard-working, he's coachable. They all say he has a great footballing IQ. And he's
A shot! Oh, it's hit the post! It's fallen! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's there to retrieve it. He's tried one! Just off target.
well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
This is Van Nistelrooy. Oh, easy pickings there. Nice looking ball. Oh, he's just misjudged that one. Short changes him with that pass. Victoria still without a single shot on target. And it's Forlan. Forlan stood his ground strongly. Xavi Simons looking to be a menace in the final third. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And a chance! Goal! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Number 8.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Forlan, Victoria finding their passes. Rummenigge! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift. Port clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is. And it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Rummenigge, the man we've all come to watch. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Costa Curta. Nice bit of skill, and he... Oh, what? He's been... Oh, taken with style. And they're at it again in double quick time. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest. And there is the half-time whistle. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Victoria certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing. Don't leave the door open for the opposition.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Played out to the left flank. Now it's Simons. Good take, and is he in? He's had a shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. Port with the corner, there first. Forlan with the short one. Now the ball in. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Port find a position of real strength now. He is through here. That is a brilliant interception. Ernest. And it's Tonali. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Costa Curta. Xavi Alonso. Tries to play it through. Look at the space here. Port can breathe again. Just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Spread it left. Salah. Now that's well seen too. Tonali powering forward here. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Tonali. Costa Curta. And here's Forlan. Knocks it into space. And the flag has... Can he finish? He scored! Players ecstatic. Fans delirious. This is utopian.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. It's become a case of men against boys. Mateus. Rummenigge.
2 added minutes has been
Now
indicated.
Furness. Now that looks a decent ball. And that will be the final act. Victoria have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
And a quick announcement for the benefit
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. As you can see, we've already started here.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play.
Takes a shot. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
And this is Roberto Baggio. Vieira wins the duel this time. Oh, that's fabulous. Goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Udinese with another corner. Udinese have their second corner now. Bale goes short. And he's there to belt it away. Good effort from distance. That's got him rattled. Corner number 3 coming up. So it's going to be another corner. Udinese get their 4th corner. Bale plays it short, and it's Zanetti. He's going for goal! Victoria are looking to go forward now. He's having a go! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson for them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
They're up to 5 corners now. They've played it short. Zanetti. Victoria are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Forlan. He's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space. He's picked his way through. And here's Baggio. And the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Corner count is rising. That's 6. Climbs up big! He's delivered all right! Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Udinese have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. It's come to nothing. Victoria have got it back, and they'll have another go. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Forlan ready to try one.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
And it's Forlan. And here's Mohamed Salah, just eases him off the ball. Udinese look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
This looks promising. Tries from a long way out. Bale could try. Good chance here! And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Ernest. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Nicely shaped ball. Well played. That has snuffed
There
out
will
the
be 3
danger.
minutes at a time.
Cleared without complication. Tonali plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Salah. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Victoria can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now, can they get him away? Ernest. Some resolute defending there. Victoria ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Ernest unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Udinese are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
It's Forlan. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's Roberto Baggio. He's gone for goal. That was superb goalkeeping.
Roberto Baggio clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's a lucky seventh corner. Udinese given another corner. Well, the corners keep on coming. This is their 8th of the game now. Well, it's in, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Well, they are up to their 9th corner of the game now. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Well, they've won their 10th corner of the game now. He's got two. Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Hussein really reacted very quickly there, but couldn't quite find the finish he needed.
Tries a shot! And would have been quick to recover. Has another goal! And he hits the net! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Roberto Baggio demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Udinese are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
And that's been won straight back. That looks a cracking ball. It's not an especially good pass, that. And he's decided to go for it. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
And he He's quick to snatch it back. Goes for goal! It is a very, very good save.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And this is Mohamed Salah. He's beaten the last man. It's loose now. They want to get it back. And that has left him in a heap. That's pretty clear. It is a foul. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Now, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Udinese are down to 10 men. Forlan having a look. He's in a great position here. Rijkaard. Oh, he's been caught on it here. 5 minutes to add. Looking for options for movement. And Adams. Donadoni. Mateus. Mohamed Salah. And it's Forlan. It's a good foot in there. And that is as far as it goes. Performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good.